Hope you're all well. Today we're going to do a lovely little abstract. Colours we are going to use today are Indian red, we're using indigo, we're using raw umber deep. I've got a couple of watercolour brushes, sort of a medium and a smaller brush. Cold pressed watercolour paper, 300 grams taped down. And then I've got some Winsor & Newton ink, which we're going to use a little bit later with a little bit of pen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab some of the colours. And what I want to do is make some stone kind of shapes. So I'm going to utilise page. Let me just get some more water on here. It's a little bit dry. Utilise the page and put these lovely stone shapes in. So put that colour in. So the Indian red, some of the raw umber deep in the middle. Adding some of that colour in. A little bit of indigo on the side there as well. Grab the indigo and come round and add another stone shape. Adding a little bit of water in there because I've got quite a lot of paint on my brush. Then I'm going in and adding a bit of the raw umber deep. Grabbing some more of that colour. Another stone shape. Really very easy to do. This is no stress painting. Just enjoying yourself and adding colours into these stone shapes. Red colour, adding some of that in, bringing a stone up here, bringing that down and round. So just being random, just thinking there's a space there. Let me add one of these shapes. Alternating the colours a little bit, even though there are only the three colours. I want to make it a little bit interesting. I find using colours, like a limited palette, we've got three colours here, really gives a nice cohesive looking painting. This one I didn't actually wash the brush, so we've got a mixture of the blue and the red with it, which has created this fourth colour, which is great. Always nice to see when colour mixing happens on your page and you get colours you weren't expecting. I always have a habit of not washing my brushes out and just going in for a bit more paint. Sometimes it works out okay. Sometimes I'm not so happy with the results. But this time I quite like that. I think it looks rather nice. Bringing these colours round again. So these are colours from the Kuretake range. They're from the 48 Gansai Tambi box. Really lovely rich colours. If you haven't got these, do not worry. Use what you have, use the colours that you like. I'm sure you'll have sort of a Prussian kind of blue in your colour palette, some raw umber, maybe burnt sienna. You can utilise those colours. They'll go really, really well together. Going in for the red. What I'd like to do is create a sort of border. So I'm going to use the blue. I'm just going to bring paint round here like that. Just create a nice rounded kind of border. I haven't got much of a space here, but I'm just making sure that I've left the gap. Doing the same here. I should have really done the top ones first. I'm going to end up getting it all over me and then getting it on my page. Okay, you can either let that dry or you can go straight in and do some other patterns. So I think I'm going to do some kind of leaf shapes. I've got my brush, dragging it out, dragging it out, another one, dragging it out. I think I want to put a little bit of red in there, see whether that will paint there, so not sure whether you're going to be able to see that red. Add some little dots here. So you're just putting your favourite shapes down on the page in between and onto that negative space. You want to fill up the space so that when you peel off the tape, it just leaves this lovely picture that's all filled up with these lovely patterns. So just grabbing the Posca pen here and adding some pen lines. Anything that pops into your mind, just get it down onto the page. Maybe you want to follow this one, maybe you want to do your own patterns, but I'm just looking at the paint and seeing these marks on there, and I'm utilising the marks within that paint and then adding some lines across. So just continuing with that pen, just having a really nice time adding some dots there and then adding some lines here. And then I've grabbed the gold ink. I've had to give it a really good shake because it gets a little bit gloopy, so you need to give it a good shake. And I've got my paintbrush and I'm just pressing down like I did with the paint before and adding these leaf shape here. So this gold ink, when you look at it closely, it sort of fizzles. It's really, really pretty. I don't know whether you can see it here, but it's fizzling away really, really nicely. So continuing, adding some little marks here and there, following some of the lines I've already put in and just dabbing my brush. So I've got the black pen now, just going to add some detail onto some of these marks that I've made. So I am drawing on to the gold and to make sure that it's all nice and dry. I'm just adding some embellishments on and patterning. Oh, that's a little bit wet. I don't know whether you saw that. It sort of dragged that gold ink down. Seems okay now. As I come round, I think it was a bit more thicker and gloopy there.